In the heat of August 1963, thousands gathered at the Lincoln Memorial, Washington, D.C. It was an era of great change, a time when the American landscape was ripe with the fervor of the civil rights movement. The nation was embroiled in racial tension, a struggle for equality that had become the heartbeat of America. Amidst this upheaval, the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom marked a significant turning point. A sea of faces, a chorus of voices, all united under the banner of change, of justice, and of freedom. It was in this backdrop that a leading figure emerged, a beacon of hope in the struggle for civil rights, Martin Luther King Jr. A man of eloquence and passion, King was more than just a leader. He was a dreamer, a visionary, whose words carried the power to inspire, to move, and to incite change. Among the many voices that day, one stood out: Martin Luther King Jr. and his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech. Standing before a sea of people, King began his address. His words, a profound testament to his vision, painted a picture of an America where equality wasn't just an ideal, but a reality. His dream was simple yet profound, an America where people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. The speech was an intricate tapestry of powerful rhetoric and poignant references. At the heart of it was the phrase, "I have a dream." This phrase, repeated with a passionate fervor, was more than just words. It was a rallying cry, a beacon of hope for those who had long been living in the shadows of inequality. It was a dream that transcended racial and social barriers, a dream that was at its core quintessentially American. King's speech was also a masterclass in the art of intertextuality. The repeated references to the American Declaration of Independence were not merely historical citations. They were a stark reminder of the promises made, but not yet fulfilled. His words drew a clear line between the idealistic vision of the Founding Fathers and the harsh reality of the time. This juxtaposition served as a powerful indictment of the societal injustices of that era. The speech was also replete with metaphors and vivid imagery. King's evocative use of language painted a vivid picture of a divided America, while also illustrating a hopeful vision of unity and equality. His words struck a chord, resonating with the collective hopes and dreams of the people. But perhaps the most compelling aspect of the speech was King's delivery. His voice, a powerful instrument, was filled with a conviction that was both moving and inspiring. His impassioned delivery underscored the urgency of his message, making it all the more impactful. King's words echoed across the nation, a clarion call for change. His speech, a historic moment in the civil rights movement, was not just a dream, but a blueprint for a more inclusive, equitable America. His words, as relevant today as they were then, continue to inspire and challenge us to strive for the ideals of equality and justice. The "I Have a Dream" speech did not just end at the Lincoln Memorial that day. It reverberated across the nation, echoing in the hearts and minds of millions, sparking a renewed push for racial equality and justice. In the immediate aftermath, the speech played a significant role in shaping public opinion and galvanizing support for the civil rights movement. It was a catalyst that led to the enactment of landmark legislation in the United States, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The Civil Rights Act outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, a monumental stride towards equality. The Voting Rights Act, on the other hand, aimed to overcome legal barriers at the state and local levels that prevented African Americans from exercising their right to vote, as guaranteed under the 15th Amendment to the United States Constitution. These acts were major victories, triumphs that were, in no small part, influenced by the power and eloquence of King's iconic address. But the legacy of the "I Have a Dream" speech extends far beyond these legislative milestones. It continues to inspire movements for social and racial justice, not just in the United States, but around the world. The speech is a beacon of hope, a rallying cry that resonates with those who strive for a world free of prejudice and discrimination. It reminds us of the power of words, of the ability to dream, and of the courage to fight for that dream. Today, more than half a century later, The words of Martin Luther King Jr. echo in the hearts and minds of those who continue to fight for equality and justice. His dream, as articulated in that momentous speech, remains a source of inspiration, a guidepost for those treading the path of social progress. Indeed, the I Have a Dream speech is not just a historical artifact, but a living testament to the enduring struggle for equality.